All right. Greetings and salutations. Hetep and wholeness. Master Chef here, your soul healer, chief practitioner, with a brief demo on chickpea salad or chickpea pasta, whichever you prefer. Nonetheless, it's a chickpea recipe similar to tuna salad. Only thing is you replace the chickpeas, you replace the tuna with chickpeas, and instead of the regular mayo, usually a vegan mayo to make it vegan friendly or plant based friendly, as they say. Nonetheless, something more. Here we go. Chickpea pasta and salad. And this can be done with either a can of chickpeas or you can actually soak them overnight. And my person being a fan of processes, I took the liberty of actually soaking them overnight. And what it has discovered is that 1 cup, like one of these little cups here, like 1 cup of dry chickpeas soaked overnight equals about 2 cups of fluffed or fattened chickpeas ready to boil. They tend to absorb water, so in preparation to be cooked. So soaking overnight isn't required. At least 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours is good general prep time for soaking chickpeas. However, my person just enjoy letting them soak overnight in the good water that's infused with the shungite crystal. So this recipe is based upon 2 cups. And if there was another cup, as we simply drop this down to the prep table already done. If the can was taken or used rather, as my person looked for a can, I think there's a can up here in the cabinet. Again, my person is a fan of the same thing, garbanzo beans, chickpeas. So this would probably be about 1 cup once you empty this out into the like one of these. So I think that's what it is. Nonetheless, this is like 2 cans. So the recipe is 2 cans or 2 cups. 2 cups. So 2 cups of 2 cups. 1 cup of dry chickpeas soaked will get you 2 cups. And this is what we're doing now, preparing 2 cups of cooked, which was boiled for about 50 minutes, about an hour, on a medium-high boil. A little bit higher than a simmer. Just it's like a slow boil, a low boil, so they can soften up. Because if you boil them, well, either way, boil in a can, you'll have to either use a food processor or use a spoon to mash them. And again, my person is a fan of processes, used a spoon to mash them. So here we go. Most of them have been already mashed. So just for demonstration purposes, this is what it looks like. Here we go. All right, and this good? Yeah, so just a little zoom there. So chickpeas here, and it's just this simple. It took about 3 minutes to get this mashed like this. And once the chickpeas have boiled, and the seasoning was 1 measuring teaspoon of sea salt and of black pepper. There you have it. And you can mash them to the desired texture. And it's good to leave them somewhat moisture as well. And back to the boiling. Once you drain them, a colander or a cylinder isn't used. It's easier to just like drain the pot as such with the top. Well, if the top was here, you would just simply pour it out, pour the water out. And there usually be some left over. And that's enough to add moisture to the mashing because a little moisture does help. Then you have your chickpeas here, ready to add the other ingredients, which my person has taken the liberty of chopped. And this is an experiment, or we're measuring for the first time. My person likes to use carrots, peppers, and onions. Also, cucumbers, but there is no cucumber here, so we'll add maybe a little more onion than the rest of them. But let's just see about a good half a cup. This is a half a cup here. And we'll start with this. So a half a cup of chopped, again, you can use a food processor or you can, old school, old fashioned way as they say. A half a cup of chopped veggies. Looks good enough. And about the vegan mayo. So this is a cup. And it looks, yeah, I'm going to use this cup. Looks about right. Looked like a bit much before, but now we added this stuff in here, we're going to add that. It's going to come out about right. So about a cup of vegan mayo. Cup of vegan mayo. As such. And maybe a tablespoon of mustard. Again, this is my personal way. It makes generally tuna fish. Again, just replacing this. So a tablespoon of mustard. Take this out because a lot of this got stuck up in here. So use this finger like this. On the side, get it all up in there. Voila. What else? Relish. I'm a fan of relish. My person loves sweet relish, so this will be a cup. This is Woodstock organic sweet relish here. And there is more. Just to give us a nice. Again, my person loves relish, so we're just gonna say a cup. Because the cup should do is fine. Looks like a whole lot, huh? And a cup of pasta. This is 1 cup. This is a half a cup, meaning 1 cup dry pasta was boiled, and 1 cup turned into this. They measure this, but it may be 2 cups, or at least it's more than 1 cup. Nonetheless, something more. Aha, that's 1 cup. So now let's see what we have. Aha. Yep, a good mix is always good, and the heat just came on, so I don't know how about this volume. And it is very soupy, which is okay because generally speaking, once it settles, the chickpeas and the pasta tend to still continue to absorb moisture, so it will thicken up. And let's give a taste test here. Let's see what's happening. Maybe that was a little bit too much relish. However, oh, and kelp. The kelp will give it that fishy, tuna-ish taste as well. So let's begin with a half a teaspoon of kelp. Kelp powder. One of a herb, many benefits, nutrient for the body. This is a half. So we'll start with a half of a half, which will probably be what, a quarter. Let's see, a quarter. Quarter of a teaspoon of kelp. And I'm gonna add this other pasta as well, just to thicken it up a little bit more. Well, not thicken it, but it's less pasta. My person tend to like pasta, you know, something to, you know, even add pasta to it. Now, yes. And as you can see, this is a family size, 2 cups and a cup and a half of pasta will yield quite a large serving of chickpea pasta salad or chickpea pasta tuna pasta. And again, these shells will absorb more of this moisture, so let it sit in the fridge for a few hours. At least 24 hours is definitely gonna be good and solid. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, wait a minute. That kelp maybe a quarter teaspoon. Maybe a little more kelp. Okay, go ahead and add the whole half a teaspoon in there. Man, tell you what. Yes, again, this is one of my personal fun food. Why? Because it is so versatile. So versatile. Okay. Oh yeah. That's the one. Well, okay. Sounds about right. Feels about right. Tastes about right. So there you go. Chickpea salad. And just another thing or two about this chickpea salad. Well, how it can be eaten rather. Just another fun way. Besides, onto a bed of salad, you know, which is the one way my person eats it. It also takes this Ezekiel bread. I have to get some more now. But Ezekiel bread is a sprouted bread. Most health food stores these days carry it. Along with, there's some cashew cheese. Don't have the cashew cheese out available. But toast the cheese on the bread. Then add this chickpea pasta salad on top once it's come out in the coolness of that on the hot toast. And these potato wedges. Fun food, fun food. You know the salad. So there you have it. Chickpea salad, chickpea tuna. And again, something to experiment with. It will dry up a bit, a tad, so this extra moisture is okay once it settles. And also, I had to make sure about that sweet relish, because before it was like, could be a bit overpowering. But after adding, pardon, the extra noodles up in there, then you add more texture, kind of balance it out. So, that was the only season. Enjoy.